Hello everybody. Can you all do me a favour, make sure your phones are on silent for me, please, just so that we don't get any phone calls with the outside world. That would be very good. Are you all so well trained? This is great. I love this. I love that everyone's behaving. Is there anyone that hasn't been to one of these before? Do you have any clue what we're doing here tonight? Yeah? We'll no? Okay. No, you're absolutely fine. So basically this is a demonstration of platform mediumship. So Adam's going to stand up when it's his turn, when I've stopped rabbiting. And if he comes to you, if you've got some, or if he says anything that relates to someone that you've got that's passed over or anything like that, just pop your hand up and just let him know, and we'll work with you. We'll guide you through everything. It's not scary. There's nothing weird going on. We're not doing anything we shouldn't be. We're just doing our thing, and we're all very, very chill here, so do not worry about it. I'm the least formal person in the world. I don't know if I could ever even be formal if I tried. So there's absolutely nothing to worry about. But what I will do is ask if Adam could just open us with a prayer or anything you want to do.
Yeah, perfect. So if you can just join me however you want to open up. And as I ask that we open, I ask that our loved ones in spirit, our guides, our helpers, draw close this evening. I ask that I am used as a vessel tonight to bring through messages of upliftment, joy, comfort that's much needed at this time in the world right now. I also ask that healing takes place throughout this evening as we receive those messages. Amen.
Thank you. So I've got a healing book here. This is so that you can write down the names of anyone that you want to send healing to. If you haven't done it yet, don't worry, you can put their names in afterwards. It's not a problem. So all I'm going to do is read out the little prayer we've got here, read out their names, and then we're just going to have a moment of silence just to send some good thoughts and good wishes their way in however you want to do that. So then that will be the only participation you have to do, I promise. Great Spirit, once again, we gather here in this sanctuary to receive messages, upliftment and hope from our loved ones and proof of life after life. And with the energy we raise, we ask that it be sent out as healing to all those who need it and those listed below. My healing list is Darren, Rosemary, Sephi, Michael, Mark, Rebecca, Sylvia, Clive, Yvonne, Anne, Brian, Leslie, Barry, Amy, Jeanette, Betty, Mick, is that Carly, I think it is, Jim, Gerald, Maureen, Aaron, Dawn and Teresa. So if you could just take a moment just to visualise them in a better position, just send out some love and good thoughts their way. That's lovely, thank you very much. I've just got a little story here that's just about trusting your instincts. As I tried to get out of bed, I put my hand on my aching head. Fever, chills, aching bones. It could only mean one thing. I was coming down with the flu. I gathered my strength to go to the kitchen and had a bowl of cereal. Luckily, I had no plans today, I muttered. All I wanted to do was try and sleep it off. A few hours later, I washed down some painkillers. Then I made some dry toast and got comfy on the sofa. I put Loose Women on the telly and kept the volume low in the hope of drifting off. Just as I was falling asleep, I felt a warm glow just above my stomach. Whatever it was, it made me feel safe and comforted. Then I heard a voice. I couldn't tell if it was male or female, but they were telling me to go to the shop for some milk. Even though it sounded silly, I felt a deep sense of urgency. My body was compelling me to obey the message. So I wearily got dressed and made my way to the newsagents across the road. But as I approached the shop door, I could feel myself blacking out and I couldn't breathe. I was terrified. Suddenly I collapsed. Next thing I knew, there was a group of people around me. "What's your name, love?" one asked. I managed to mutter it. Someone called for an ambulance, but it would be a long wait. "I'll take you," said the local chip shop owner. He kindly helped me into his car and drove me to the hospital. When we arrived at A&E, I could barely stand. I was rushed to intensive care and hooked up to oxygen and IV drips. I was in and out of consciousness, but I could still feel that warm glow comforting me. 2 days later, the doctor gave me some news. Your kidneys are only functioning at 7%, he said, and explained there was a chance I could be on dialysis. If you hadn't got here when you did, you could have died. I couldn't believe that. The voice that had told me to go to the shop had saved my life. I must have a guardian angel, I thought. 2 weeks later, I was stable enough to go to the general ward, and after tests, the doctors explained the reasons my kidney was failing. You have an autoimmune disease, where the body attacks itself, he said. It was a shock, because I had always been quite fit. Over the coming days, some friends came to visit me. I was so touched by their support. The ordeal made me realise that I needed to value my friendships more. After 3 weeks, I was discharged. Back home, recovery was slow. However, after 6 months, I was feeling much better. My kidneys now function at 50%, so I'll be on medication for the rest of my life. Eventually, I'll need dialysis, but I'm just grateful to be alive. My experience has made me stronger, and I don't fear death anymore. I know that when it's my time, it's my time. But thanks to my guardian angel, I didn't lose my life too soon. I've been shown I'm here for a reason, so I'm going to make sure I discover my life's purpose. Okay, thank you for listening to me. I'm going to pass you over to Adam and do whatever he wants to do.
That's a good offer.
It is, isn't it?
Want to say thank you for coming out tonight. It's really nice to see a full centre almost, so appreciate it when it's very warm. So for those of you that are new or new to seeing me, how I tend to work is I'll get a link. I'll then start giving evidence or pieces of evidence for that link. I'd ask that you keep an open mind. Sometimes I misinterpret what I'm getting. So if you can take 4 or 5 bits, but there's one bit that's like the age is slightly wrong, work with me and say, well, the age is wrong. And then I can go back and ask, well, why are you giving me this age? And they might be able to just give it to me in a slightly different way. I say keep an open mind. Sometimes, a lot of the time, we want one person to come through and we're waiting for that one person. I often think the person that's needed most right now to give us a message or that might understand, this could be a neighbour or a friend or someone that's passed a while back, could be coming through just to offer some insight and some guidance. Whew. I tend to start off waffling just to get me going, but as I say that, I know I've got someone with me. I feel I've got a lady with me, and I feel this could either be mum or nan, because she's coming through on a close, loving link. I feel that I'm a little bit off balance as well, so I know that there'd be balance issues, or I feel that there'd be kind of issues with kind of grip, and a bit shaky with this lady as well. She's coming through feeling a little bit shaky. I know towards the end she would have been forgetful. Not saying she had dementia or any kind of cognitive problems, but I know she would have started to forget things. And this could be small things, because she's almost laughing. And she's making me aware that she would have become forgetful more so towards the end. She's talking about a big family as well. So I know this lady would have come from a big family. I feel that she would have had siblings, and I know that her own family would have been quite big. She's talking about the importance to her of having the family together. Where are we? Fab. Can anyone else understand this as well? Yeah? Fab. So if we both just listen in, and I'll just see if I can get a bit more. I don't know if it's a condition with this, like, nodding or not a tick, but it just feels, does that make sense? Not like, but the movement, like the shaky kind of movement, rather than just a habit. I feel that this is a condition that's making me feel a bit shaky and a bit Would you understand that? Right, that's the kind of feeling I was getting, so I might be down here. And you'd understand as well, like, towards the end, her memory got worse. I don't think it was dementia or anything like that, but I just think she was forgetting little things. Yeah? And you understand the big family? Fab. And family is important to this lady. Family is very important to her. She's talking about the importance of the family being together. Would you understand why she's coming through talking about her conditions? There's something around you at the moment that's not sorted out. Does that make any sense? Yeah, I feel like it is you. If not, it's someone very close to you or to her. It's as if someone's going through tests, but it's like they haven't got a diagnosis or they don't know what's going on. They're waiting. Does that make sense? Because as I say that, I know that there's worry around this condition or what's going on because it's being sent out, and she's just telling me that she hears the worry and she's doing as much as she can from that side. Do you understand who Fred is as well? Fred. She's given me the name Fred. And I want to take you to, are we in August? August, 18th of August. Does that make any sense? Or August and 18?
The person that's not well was born in August.
Right. And would you understand why 18 is significant, the number 18? Could be a door number, it could be a birthday. She just gave me the 18.
No.
It's fine.
6 of August is birthday.
Are you finding stairs harder?
Oh.
Going upstairs or stairs? Is there something about stairs that is particularly hard right now?
I get home,
She's talking about the stairs. The stairs are a challenge. Does that make any sense to you? Yeah? Yeah? I feel like it's a struggle to get up the stairs. It feels like it's hard work, and you're noticing it more so at the moment. Does that make sense? Tell me if I'm wrong. It's almost like you're putting off going upstairs unless you really have to. The least amount, the better. Would you understand the name Mark as well? She's given me a Mark.
I do know Mark is past, but not that close to me, really.
I mean, it could connect to her or to you, but she's just given me the name Mark, so I need to pass it over. I'm not sure why that's coming through. And again, I just feel I'm down in the dumps. I feel like I want to put you in dark clothes, but I think that's metaphorically. So it just feels that I've been in a really low place recently, and she wants to uplift you. Yeah? Yeah? I'm not saying you wear black, but it feels as though you are kind of avoiding going out and being uplifted. And then she wants to put you in kind of colourful clothes to lift you up. Does that make sense? I also know February is important or significant, the month of February. That could be an anniversary, a birthday, a passing. Yeah, she's taken me to February as well. And she's showing me a boiled egg. Does this mean anything?
Egg.
Boiled egg, like a hard-boiled egg, soldiers, that type of thing. I don't know if this is a favourite food or not, but she's just taken me to like a hard-boiled egg, dippy egg with soldiers. Would you understand appetite then not being big at the moment?
Not being big.
Yeah. You're not eating too much.
I have had that trouble, yes.
Because it's just this little egg, and I'm just in it. It's like just getting something inside of me, but it's not a huge portion. Did someone have a stent put in as well?
You know someone who had a stent put in, yeah, my brother's wife.
Because she's talking about the person that had the stent put in. I feel that she could spend all evening with you. She could just keep talking to you. She says she's got so much to say. She's quite an excitable person. And she just wants to be acknowledged that she's around you right now. And I feel that's for your healing. And more just to say everything's going to be okay. Don't worry about the small things. Does that make sense?
Don't worry about
the little things. It's almost like don't waste your kind of energy worrying. You're quite a stubborn person. Does that make sense? You won't give up. You won't stop, because it's almost like you won't slow down, and she wants you to almost pace yourself or conserve your energy and be sensible with it, because there's only so much you can do. No one else can tell you is almost what she's saying. You're very determined, strong-minded. But she's smiling as she says that, and she likes that. Does someone have a tree, like a memorial tree? Is there a plaque and a tree?
My brother's wife.
She's just taken me to this tree. I can see this plaque. Would you understand there's been a lot of loss in the last 5 years? A lot of people have passed in the last 5 years. Does that make any sense in the family? Yeah?
Oh, I've had one just lately.
It just feels like, I don't know if it's since COVID, but it just feels like it's been a lot kind of in the last few years. There's been a lot of trauma, upheaval, and a lot of change, but it feels like it ripples out to other people in the family. So a lot of people going through grief and hurt. So she's just aware of that. It's been a hard time for a lot of you.
Tree is linked up with someone recently.
Right. Yeah.
Because that's what you get with cremation, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Does a border collie mean anything to you as well? Dog? Border collie? Or a little black and white dog?
No.
There's this dog that's just come in and it's around her. So I don't know if this is her dog or like a family dog. Not very good with dogs. Middle-sized dog, not too small, not too big. But a very friendly little dog, waggy little tail. And the number 7 connects quite well with this dog. So that could be July or just the number 7, 7 years old. She just wants you to look after yourself. Look after yourself. Put yourself first. And not worry about, like I say, the little things. They can be left. Do what you need to do to get through the day. Does Sylve, the name Sylve, mean anything to you? Sylve. Could be Sylvia or Sylve. It's just, how is Sylve?
Sylvia, you mean?
God knows.
I don't know.
She just said, how is Sylve? So I don't know if there's someone that you know with Sylve, that type of name.
Sean, I know.
I mean, Sean's very different. I mean, it could just be my hearing. But I thought she said, how is Sylve? But there's someone that's got that kind of name, Sylve. I don't know if this is a nickname. I don't know if she would have had silver hair. Does that make any sense? It would have been one of her friends.
She's got silver hair.
I mean, I'm saying it's either Sylve or it would have been a nickname. Should have been called Sylve.
Oh, I see.
But I can leave that with you because it was almost just, oh, how's Sylve? And it's just that little thought. Yeah, I just feel like there's issues around the stomach area. Yeah, well, I think so. She's just sending healing to the stomach area. Does that make any sense? Yeah, because she's talking about the healing going to the stomach. If it's not you, it might be, but there's healing going to the stomach area. Yeah, it's just a lot of love coming through. So just that kind of reassurance you're not on your own, and you're doing okay. Just don't worry about the little things is kind of the feeling that's coming through. She wants you to smile a little bit more. And I know you're in a lovely outfit tonight, but wearing colour almost, just feeling a bit uplifted and feeling good in yourself. So maybe just get dressed up and have a little party and yeah, but I'll leave her with you and with the family as well because there's a lot of love coming through from her. So thank you for working with me. So as I start to connect with my next link, I'm aware of, I've got a gentleman that's with me. I feel the name Danny or Dan would sit around him, so not necessarily his name, but I'm aware that Dan sits nicely with him. Not feeling an old age with this gentleman when he passed, so I'd say kind of middle age. I feel I could have been quite hard work, is what he's telling me. I was a little bit hard work, and I think he had a sort of funny personality. He would like to nitpick, and he's always right, he's telling me. He always had to have the last word. And as he says that, he's saying it with a smile on his face. Don't know if this is brother or uncle. It's coming through on kind of that uncle-brother link. But it's kind of like a protective feel, that care. But it's almost like brother and sister where he He's able to get away with doing it, but he wouldn't let anyone else sort of have a go at you. I've also got a loneliness around this gentleman, so I don't know if that would have been a period of time that he would have spent on his own, but I feel he would have been quite comfortable or used to spending time on his own. So I've changed comfortable, but he would have got used to spending a prolonged period alone in older life. Would anyone understand any of this information, this gentleman? No? So also talking about Kevin as well as a name. He's given me Kevin, connecting. And I feel like when I've connected with Kevin, I know I would have had a past where I'd have liked a good time, a bit of a drink and a bit of a party. But I feel that was when I was younger. I feel like I may have grown out of that, or I would have changed as I got older. And again, it's coming back to that kind of withdrawing and becoming a little bit isolated, spending time on his own. I feel there's problems with my heart as well. There would have been problems with this gentleman's heart or his circulation around his body. Could be a topic heartbeat or something kind of minor with the heart. Can anyone understand any of this? No? Okay. I mean, you might not know, but I feel like there might be questions around his sexuality as well. This comes through quite a lot with me. But it feels as though he was of a generation where maybe it wasn't as accepted to talk about your sexuality. So in terms of living on his own, I feel like he never met the right type of partner. And I don't know if this Kevin is significant. There's this talk of this Kevin or this relationship that they had. It was like more than a friendship, or he had valued it more than a friendship. It's talking about that relationship. I feel his passing was quick as well. So I don't know if it was a stroke or almost like a clot or something, because it just feels like it went straight to the brain and I was here and then I disappeared. And it wasn't expected. I was a healthy individual, but he's talking about that heart problem. Like I say, I know there would have been an issue around the heart, but it was only small. Someone has his stall. He's talking about a stall. I don't know if this is like a homemade stall or a wooden stall, but he's talking about the stall. Does that make sense to anyone? Okay. I'm being drawn to this side of the room here at the back. Does that make any sense to any of you guys? Anything? No, that's fine. Again, I'm just coming back to uncle, so I don't know how close this relationship would be, but he would have been an uncle is how I'm feeling it. He would have known you. But I want to go back in time. I know I'm saying he didn't pass at an old age, but I think he passed a while ago. I want to say like the 1990s this gentleman passed. Does the name Sarah mean anything to anyone? Can anyone understand who Sarah is? Because I'm asking, who are you here for? And he's talking about Sarah as well. No, I might just need to step aside. I'm going to park him, and if he needs to come back in later on, he'll come back in. But I'm just going to say thank you for coming through, and then see if I can get a link for someone that's actually for someone here. So I've got a lady coming through. I feel this is mum, but I don't know if this is a biological mum. Because as I say mum, there was something about the second mum, or if I can't explain it, but it feels as though it's mum, but you'll know who it is. I don't know if this lady would have fostered, or she's talking about having a lot of children, looking after children. She would have loved children around her. I could see her quite comfortably in a nursery or in a school. She's a very organised person, and it's like she'd remember everyone's birthday and make sure everyone had something, everyone was treated fairly, but she would take time to get to know people on a personal level. I've got issues with my joints as well, so I know I would have had arthritis, or I'd have had a condition that was painful in my joints, because it's almost like I'm struggling to get around, but I didn't tell people that. It's almost like I masked quite well. You wouldn't know that she was in a lot of pain. She would have just kind of carried on and got on with it. And she's talking about her boys, my boys. There's 2 boys that she's talking about. Can anyone understand this lady? The connection to like fostering or looking after kids is quite strong. I know there's issue with joints. I feel like she would have been a little bit robust, and I know there'd be issues with her knees and hips and mobility, but she kind of just got on with it. I don't feel she'd have been someone to take a lot of painkillers either. Feels as though I would have just, sucked it up and kind of pushed through. She's given me the name David connecting to her as well. David. Can anyone understand any of this?
I can take Daisy, but linking to my name, but she has girls and 1 boy. David is a cousin, so that's the only link I can get, but she's very good with kids. You're not saying her name.
Would you understand the joints being an issue? So you'd understand that. Was she like a mum? Because I said it feels like she wants to say mum, but not a mum. It was almost like a... Yeah, and she's very good with people. I'm coming back to that. It's like she would make you feel special. Does that make sense? She would remember things about people. It's almost like she would empower people and to find the good in themselves. Does that make any sense? See the best in them and sort of nurture them. That's the way she's making me feel, that she would be happy seeing other people shine. Does that make sense? And again, I'm just coming back to it, but I know it was hard for her to slow down. She struggled with the mobility, but she doesn't think it would beat her. Does that make sense? She knows it affected her, but she just pushed through. Would you understand at the moment you're impatient? There's something going on and you're not moving forward? Because she's bringing that through, and it's almost like there's a reason for that. I don't know if there's a change coming up or an opportunity, and it feels a bit stagnant for you right now. It feels like you're not moving forward, but I don't think that's a physical problem with you. I feel this is more kind of metaphorical for either like a change of jobs or a change of situation at the moment that you're waiting for. Does that make sense? Because you're not very good at waiting. Does that make any sense? The way she's saying it's like you're getting kind of irritated quite quickly. Would you understand as why she's saying about coming off of social media? someone's come off of Facebook or taken a step off of social media. Might not be you, but she's talking about that someone's taken themselves off of social media. They can't be found. Does that make any sense? Right. Is there breast cancer around you as well? I've just got a pink ribbon as being significant with this lady. She's just showing me this pink ribbon. I mean, she's just showing me is there a significance of breast cancer at the moment for you? Like, as in, would you understand why she's giving you this? It feels like there's something that's happened around. Right. Is there a gentleman that's causing problems at the moment? I'm saying causing problems, stuck in his way. I don't know if he's holding you back or if he's quite comfortable not kind of moving forwards. Does that make any sense? Because she's talking about the gentleman. I feel that's a frustration for you, but it's that kind of slowness or that stagnantness. Yeah? I don't think he's a bad person. It just is coming through as more kind of you want to shake him or you want to change now. Yeah. You don't have problems with your feet, do you? Yeah. It's not a bunion or anything, is it? There's not like something that needs to be sorted out. Right. And I'm just going to say it. Would you understand that you've had like thoughts of going to the gym? And I say thoughts, it just feels like they're thoughts. It's almost like I've got my trainers now and they're on the side and then they go back in the cupboard. Like, it's like you haven't got to the gym. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Yeah. The intention is there though. Can you understand that? That want to go or kind of like the thought to go, but it just, yeah, it isn't happening at the moment. Do you have a support network at the gym? Is that something you're missing out on? Because it just feels, I've gone to kind of my kind of social classes and we have coffee afterwards and cake as well and it's great. And it's like, when I don't go, my mental health suffers, but it's almost that's where you can kind of have a bitch, have a moan and release. And that's what you're missing out of, kind of just that chat that doesn't mean anything, that kind of rubbishy chat that you just talk about the weather and then, but you feel better afterwards. You can still go for that, is what I want to say to you. Like, there's no reason if you can't go to the gym that you still can't go and just have the social. Would you understand if there were a dog around you or a small animal that's not very well at the moment? Would you understand the dog with the cancer? Was there a dog with cancer? It's like a cancerous condition. Yeah? Was it a greedy dog? Would you understand like overfeeding or something? Think about just constantly feeding. Just smiling. It's like this dog would just be constantly fed or love food. Does that make any sense? Yeah. Is April significant for you as well? Yeah. I also want to say spring, and it's almost yellow. I'm just in the corridor and it's like an upliftment. So as I know April's come to me, I also want to take you forward to next April. I feel that's when things are going to change. not just because it's spring, but more for you in your situation. Does that make any sense? It's like getting through this year and then there'll be a change. And it's like you'll have a new lease of life again, or you'll have something to get your feet in, dig your feet into. Have you taken batteries out of a smoke alarm or something and not put them back in? Or would you understand taking batteries out of something like a clock or something that is meant to go off? Might be that. I saw it as like they've taken out something with like beeping. It feels like a beeping noise that you've stopped. That's fine then, don't worry. Would you understand then, because I can't sleep that. Do you get annoyed with ticking clocks? Is there something to do with a noise? I don't know, I feel like...
I just remembered actually something you said a couple of months back. I can't remember where it was.
As long as you understand what that is, because it was almost like a ticking or a bleeping, and I don't know if it's to do with batteries or something. I feel like I want to put you on a course, or there's some training to do on the computer. Does that make any sense? I'm not saying you're not good at the computer, but I don't know if there's a course that you're going to have to do online, and you're using a computer. Does that make any sense? Yeah, and you'd understand a training course. Yeah. Again, I just feel like I want to give you patience with that. I feel like it might take you time to either understand it or to do it. So I'm just being told, don't rush it. There's no need to rush through it. Just take your time. And I just want you to reach out. I feel like the message that's coming through is that feeling isolated at the moment, and maybe reaching out to your friends and just having a chat. It can be on the phone or it can be in person. But it's almost just being able to off-let rather than let it eat up inside and get that frustration and keep it in. Let it out, have a bitch. Yeah, and I'm coming back to it, and I know we shouldn't predict as such, but I feel April is a very good I feel like next year is going to be a positive year for your growth, but in different directions. Physical fitness type of thing, getting back to you and finding yourself. Does that make sense? It's like you've just got to wait it out at the moment and get through it, and then things will be different. But yeah, no, I'm going to leave it there and say thank you for working. Thank you for the intro. So I've got a gentleman with me. I feel this is dad or granddad. I feel he would have got to a good age. He's talking about the size of his ears. And I don't know if he would have had quite a big nose as well, but he's saying like, A, and he's shouting, A, and he's coming through, he's not holding back. Does that make any sense? Yeah? He's loud. He's a loud character. Does that make sense? I feel like things wouldn't faze him. He wouldn't let things faze him. Does that make sense? Or the way he's coming through, he's quite confident to come in and speak to me. Was there problems with his vision? Yeah. I don't know if he just had a very good poker face or if he had a really good personality, but he's staring at me with and I'm like, I can't read you. Would that make any sense? Not being able to read him as a person when he would have either said something. It's like he's saying stuff and I don't know if he's going to be serious or if he's a complete joker. Does that make sense? Because I can't hear what he's saying. I don't know if would he have mumbled? But would you understand, like, he would tell you what to do? He'd have an opinion and saying, this should be done like that. Yeah. Does he like fishing? Yeah, because it's almost like he feels quite a stressful person. He's going around, but then give me my rod, and he just feels like he's calmed down a little bit. And he's talking about fishing. I don't know if he had hearing aids. It's like he would have taken his hearing aids out when his wife was talking to him. Does that make any sense? Because I know it's probably the same for most men, but it's almost like if I take them out, it doesn't matter. And he's just smiling. But I don't know if she's over there as well, but it feels like she would have just carried on talking. She would have been chatting away, and these have come out, and he's just smiling and focusing on the telly. Was he a bit of a sports person as well? Would he have liked like gambling or a bet? Tell me no if it's not, because it just feels like he's reading through the newspaper and he's seeing kind of the sports teams. Yeah, I mean, literally everyone does that one, but it just feels like he would have taken interest in what was going on with like football or with sports. So that's fine. Would you understand then why he's reading a newspaper? It's almost like he's reading it page to page.
He used to.
Yeah. Is he a tea drinker as well? Tea, yeah? Because he just said PG tips. And I was like, oh, okay, tea. Is there links to the family in Ireland? I don't know if this is going back, but it's almost he wants to take me to Ireland as like family links, heritage. No, that's fine. I feel like I say it's going back if it is. Do you collect rocks? I'm not saying it's like crystals, but it feels like rocks. Or like if you go somewhere, it's like you get a.
When mum and dad went away,
Mm-hmm.
my mum would always come back with a boulder
Mm-hmm.
from wherever they'd been.
That's probably what it is then, because I'm saying it's a rock rather than like a nice crystal or. Was he religious? Was he brought up religious?
Yes.
Is there something to do with like marriage and children before marriage? Something that wasn't allowed, but he overlooked it. Does that make any sense?
My mum was a bit of a father.
Right. Was there something around you or in the family where someone had a child before being married? Was there kind of like, was it accepted or was there talk about that's not the dumb thing? Because it feels as though he's acknowledging it, but it's almost like he's saying now, oh, sorry, it doesn't matter. But that could just be it.
Yeah.
Sorry for like outing it to everyone at the moment, and it's being recorded right now. He feels like a very old-fashioned man, though, very much set in his way. Because as he's saying, the world's very different right now. I don't know if he would have struggled to fit in this world.
Yeah, he didn't like it.
Yeah. Do you shop at M&S? Like, it's almost like he's saying, how can you afford to shop at M&S? And it's like you pretend to be posher than you are. Does that make any sense? I mean, I love M&S. I get garlic bread from M&S and the cookies. But it's like he's laughing as he says, like, look at you going to M&S and pretending to be posh. Random. I mean, I'm getting Chris Dingle and I'm getting a red ribbon, but then I feel like there's something to do with blood at the moment. Is there someone that's diabetic or something to do with someone's blood? It could just be that, but it feels like there's a blood problem whilst I'm seeing that red ribbon. Because this is talking to me about the blood. Are you ever going to clean out that room? Could you understand what that means? There's a room, like one room. I was thinking, is it a loft? Is it? But he said it's the room, and you'd know what it is. I don't know if it's where everything gets thrown. But I feel there's been threats of it being cleared out, and it hasn't yet. And he's laughing. You're not going to dye your hair, are you? I don't know if this is a permanent, or if it like something about like spraying your hair or a colour in your hair.
We're talking way over. I like purple.
Yeah.
And I'm not brave enough to have it purple. So we're talking about it, weren't we, in the car on the way over? That made my head like, quite weird.
Maybe just spray it with some purple that washes out, like a funky colour, and see how you get on. You're not a receptionist, are you?
No.
Is there something about answering phones? You've not been on the phone a lot recently, have you? Appointments or... Yeah? Because this feels as though it's a full-time job, and it feels like it's that organisation, but like you're going through trying to tally it all up and make it all fit. I feel this lady's stepping through now because she's chatting away. Was she a little bit like spaced out as a person? Like, not head in the clouds, but lived in her own kind of world? Does that make any sense? I have no idea who it is that's coming through, but I've just got this lady coming through, and then she's like, oh, and then there's something going on over here, so she's gone off to have a little look, and then she's coming back. She's a lovely lady. Like, just, I'd love to live in her kind of bubble. I feel she would have always seen the positive of life. She's got this massive smile on her face. And it's almost like, I'm not saying she didn't have any hardship. It's like, I managed to let it go. And I feel that's significant for you. It's like the weight at the moment feels like it's on your shoulders and going into your neck. And it just feels like you're holding it here. And she's like, if you can't change it, get rid of it. And if you can change it, change it. Like, why are you stressing? Very black and white, though, as well, as she's saying it. It's almost like matter of fact. Would you understand the coal fire as well? A coal fire. Yeah, because she's talking about the coal fire. Why couldn't she show me that? That would have been a great image. Yeah. As long as it's, yeah, I think that's, she wants to bring through those kind of memories and that kind of smile. She's talking, I don't know if it's, she's talking about how uncomfortable I feel sorry for these guys, how uncomfortable these chairs are. She couldn't sit on them long. Is there something about a chair that you're finding uncomfortable as well, or not being able to sit still? It's like you just can't get comfortable. You didn't keep pet rats, did you?
No.
Is there someone that's got rats? Pet rats is how I've seen them as. Someone would have kept rats. If not, there may be a huge hamsters or gerbils, but she's talking about like the rats. It might be hamsters, but yeah, they look big, if that makes any sense, rather than, I didn't see them as a hamster, but I could be them, yeah. Maybe I'm just going to out you completely more. Like, could you understand why she's giving me butter icing by the spoon load? I don't know if you just whisk it up and sit and eat it, but essentially with the butter icing.
Yeah, she used to make cakes and then spoon them out with nice little...
That's, yeah, because I'm tasting just like pure butter, and it's like, oh, that's quite strong. But yeah, it's like spooning it in. They're both just saying, don't stress. I know that's kind of my messages for everyone at the moment. But it's almost like, don't let things get you down that you can't control. Don't worry about the things that you can control. Just control them and let it go. And I want to almost say, just look at things from a different perspective. It's like you get fixated on things in a one-track mind. And it's like, take a step back, breathe, and look at it. And actually things aren't as bad as they sometimes initially seem for you. But yeah, definitely you get hung up on things. Oh, do you need to stop sugar as well? Because I've gone back to the cup of tea and it's very sweet. It's almost like you need to stop the sugar in the tea or just cut it out. And what's happening with your neighbours at the moment? There's something going on outside because I'm just looking through the kind of door and something's gone on outside. It's like someone's staring out their door at what's going on. It might just be that, but it feels like there's something going on and someone's watching. And I almost want to just say, treat yourself to some new clothes. And I don't mean that rude. I don't know if there needs to be some clothes brought or there's something about money, but it's almost like you haven't gone out and had a splurge. There's something stopping you. It's like, go and buy some clothes. Does that make any sense? Yeah. I'm seeing next, but you can go wherever you want. But it'll be nice clothes. Something that you like and enjoy and don't feel guilty for it. Is there something that you need to dress up for? To look a bit smarter? Not that you don't look smart this evening, but it's like you're either going somewhere and it's like, I need to get an outfit that smart casual. Does that make sense? No? I don't know if it's a wedding or if it's something that you're... It could be that. You can go wherever you want. You don't have to go next. But yeah, no, it feels like it might just be something else like that, like an anniversary or a do. But it's almost like, yeah, take pride and enjoy getting dressed up. Don't worry about the money. Does that make sense? And they're around you right now. They've come through together as well. But yeah, they're just sending a lot of love and just saying almost it's here as well. It's like, I want to just massage your shoulders, but that, like, just relax through the upper body. Does that make sense? But I'll leave them to just carry on sending their healing and say thank you for working with me. So I've got a lady that's coming through. The name Carol sits around her, and I feel she would have been quite hard work on the earth plane. She's a hard person to please. Who are you? Feels very much woe is me, if that makes any sense, with this character. Everything was everyone else's problems. And it feels as though if I was on my own, it's like, oh, everyone's left me on my own, rather than actually you're on your own because of the way you behave. I don't feel like she would have seen the way she behaves as wrong, but I feel like I'd have been quite harsh with my tongue. Does anyone want to own up to this woman? Can anyone understand? I mean, Carol might not be her name, but she's given me the name Carol sitting around her. It feels, I don't want to say anger, but there's bitterness with this lady. She's quite a bitter person. Yeah, maybe. Anyone else know any parts of this? Yeah? Okay, let me see if I can just get a little bit more.
We're not sharing again.
With this lady, I feel as though I was kept, if that makes any sense. It's like I didn't have to work a day's work in my life. So I was almost living in a bubble. I didn't have access to kind of the real world. I felt I had a struggle, but now she's saying, actually, looking at kind of the bigger picture, I realised it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. Does that make any sense?
If it's who I think it is, she's talking about someone that's actually still here.
Right. I feel like I'm estranged from my daughter as well. There's a problem with my daughter.
Yeah, so, that's still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is an issue.
Would you understand that? And you'd understand I'd rather cut my nose off to spite my face than admit that I'm wrong. Because I feel that it's with the daughter as well.
Yeah.
The clash, it's like, actually, I'm not going to accept responsibility. But worries me. It's really weird because I'm seeing it as someone I know that's alive. So it's hard how I'm picking that up.
It doesn't matter, just say it how you're feeling.
Yeah.
It's describe them and it'll probably be exactly the same. It's fine. You're seeing it for a reason.
Would you understand with this lady as well? It's the fear, the fearfulness, afraid of everything. It's like everything I do, it's because of fear.
I don't think this woman's ever known a day of fear in her life. The woman that's still here, I think it's the lady that's still here. I think it's her mum over there.
Yeah.
But the lady that's still here, she fears nothing can fear her. Maybe she thrives on fear. But it might be that she's just scared of stuff and doesn't it manifests in a negative way.
It just feels as though I'm fearful of being left alone, being lonely. And would you understand there's a struggle with the family? I don't know if this is her daughter with money, but I would spend money.
Her daughter has been complaining that she has no money yet.
But she'd be quite happy to spend money.
Yeah,
Such a weird feeling. It's almost like I don't owe my daughter anything. And it's like I'm digging my heels in. And almost going out of my way to kind of make a point. Is there someone around you eating a lot of meat at the moment?
Not eating a lot of meat, but I had to yell at my husband not to try and buy loads of stuff in the butcher's earlier, so potentially.
I just got loads of meat, or talking about the amount of meat.
He was saying that if we could afford it, would be eating meat every day in butchers, and I'm like, don't even think about it. Don't even be eyeballing that steak, mate.
You're not going away, are you? There's a trip coming up. Would you understand a trip? Is it like Glastonbury, or there's someone like Glastonbury?
Someone spoke to me about Glastonbury the other day, but I'm not going there, but they were talking about potentially going.
I feel that there will be a trip. I don't know if it's imminent or whatever the word is, but it feels like there's a reason for you to go. It's almost like a gathering.
Potentially, we were talking about gathering.
Yeah.
We were talking about it, but there's no plans of me actually going to one
Right.
for a while, but.
Would you understand that you feel guilty looking after everyone when you don't do as much as you feel that you can do? Does that make... I've worded that really wrong. It's almost like you have a guilt that you've got a responsibility to look after everyone around you. I feel like this is family.
I feel guilty when I take time to do stuff for myself in that time, but I also know that I have to be selfish.
Yeah.
So I know exactly.
But even though you know that you should be looking after yourself and putting yourself first, it's almost like that feeling of guilt. You may as well just get on and do what you were going to do anyway. It's the kind of feeling that I'm getting, because I'm saying, why are you coming through? But it's to discuss that feeling of guilt that you have, even though you do so much for other people.
You might be getting other people.
Yeah.
This the woman over there cared not a jot about me, honestly. So she did come through a circle the day she died, so she's very determined.
Do you understand why I'm getting, I want you to have an opportunity? It's like you wasn't given an opportunity, or you just need an opportunity. And I feel it's almost to do with your confidence. Something that you do, you just need a bit more confidence for it to flourish.
Potentially, because I'm rebooting my book series, but I don't know.
It's like you're holding yourself back. Does that make sense? There's something that you're doing, and it's like they want to push you forwards, because it feels as though it's like actually you need the time yourself for you to progress, and it's like not feeling guilty when you're having that time. Is there an argument going on at school as well? Do you understand going into a school, or something to do with going into a school?
Not for me. My best friend's son has just started secondary school.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, it was very stressed about going in.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that's coming from that direction, but they don't know how they might just pick up random stuff.
Yeah. It's almost like I want a mind dump. Get everything out and write it all down, or do it on a piece of paper and just get all your ideas down, is what I'm being told. And it's like you just need to put it all down, and then you can then work through what's good and what's not.
Potentially.
Yeah.
I make a lot of lists and stuff anyway. I'm always writing ideas down, so I really should watch it.
I'm not even sure who I've got, who this lady is, but she's just telling me, put yourself first at this moment in time. Don't be guilty.
I will take it. I don't know why she wouldn't say it.
No, and I.
It's fine. This is fine. It's probably a mixture.
I'll leave that with you then,
Okay,
but just,
I'll
thank
take
you.
that.
Got a gentleman now, and I feel like he's quite a big gentleman. He feels like he's a little bit scary looking, but he feels like a teddy bear as well, a very gentle person to those that know him. But to look at, I feel like I could have been a little bit frightening at times, maybe is the wrong word, but look worse than I am. I feel like there's issues with my stomach with this gentleman as well. It's like pains in my stomach, and I feel almost a little bit swollen, a little bit bloated with this gentleman. I don't know if the name Ted or Edward sits around him as well. It's like Teddy. Teddy. But I almost want to say he feels like a bit of a biker lad back in his youth. Would anyone understand this? A gentleman, I feel like he would have either worn leather or been a biker, but it's definitely, there's issues around their stomach. It's like a pain in my stomach. It's that painful kind of bloatedness, digestion issues as well. Would anyone understand this?
But I'm not sure about the biker.
I'm not sure about that. It just feels as though that's the type I could have looked like, if that makes sense. But he feels like a very gentle person to talk to once you get to know him rather than a look. But definitely bringing me awareness to stomach. He's saying Ted again. Do you understand why Ted is coming through? Teddy. Would you understand the name Roy? It's just giving me Roy as well. Do you watch Coronation Street? Would you understand why I've got connections to Coronation Street? There's no connections up north, is there, with this gentleman? Would you understand there was a change in like strength with him as well? towards the end. I don't know if his grip got weaker. It just feels as though he's got a weakness in his arms. Yeah. Are you having problems with the spine? Yeah. Are you having problems with like arms, pins and needles, or anything down the arm? I don't know if it's more you that he was making me aware of with the strength as well, or like the sensation. And would you understand he would have liked to drink? Because I've asked him, show me a bit more. And it's like he's now got a drinking sound and he's got a smile on his face. So he's got a smile. And he could drink quite quick. It feels like he's down in this pint. It's not affecting him. So I know he's kind of a pro drinker. You didn't scatter his ashes at sea, did you? It's like I want to be taken to a beach and scattered into the sea. If it's not him, I feel like, but it was like people come and gathered for this ceremony.
Not him, but someone I was scared. Here to see.
Mm-hmm. Would you understand why tulips are significant as well? It's like a bunch of tulips he's given me as well. I don't know if this is for someone he cares about. Is there someone you take flowers to weekly? Does that make any sense? It's these flowers that are being given to someone.
My eldest likes tulips, not the ones.
You don't have rheumatoid arthritis, do you? Or a rheumatoid condition? Yeah. Feels like you've got a lot going on. Because he's just talking about all this stuff, and I was like, we haven't got time to go through all that. But it just feels like there's a lot going on right now. And again, I don't know if it's similar, but it's almost like there's an investigation to try and get to the bottom of it. But as you find out one thing, it's like another thing opens up, and it's all interconnected. Was that him?
Yeah.
Right.
He had a lot of investigations going on, but only got to the end of the problem.
So you say it, but would you understand there is that going on with you to a degree as well? Because he's coming back to that.
I have got things, health problems going on.
Yeah. It's like you're trying to get to the bottom of it. That's the feel. It's almost a frustration of like jumping through hoops. And as soon as you kind of get to one end, it's like, actually, we're going to send you to this person and just rule out other bits. And you haven't got psoriasis, have you? Because it's almost like I'm just being shown the skin and bits as well.
I've got literally scabs on my head. It's like that. Around just in this section.
Would you understand why he wants you guys to get talking more? I don't know if this is between yourself. If someone needs to have a conversation. Does that make any sense? Yeah? It feels as though there's no one that listens. Does that, as in, like, you haven't got someone that will listen to you that you can offload to. I don't know if he would have been this person, It's almost like just to sit down and to talk to someone that won't judge, and that's quite open-minded. Would you understand a trip coming up as well to like a palace? I don't know if it's Hampton Court or if it's something like that. It's not you, it's someone around you. If it's not a palace, it's either like a stately home and it's like artwork and bits.
We said we were going to one day the old people,
That's kind of yeah. Yeah, that would fit kind of the feel. Is there someone being sued at the moment? Is it a doctor or something that's going through doctors? I don't know if this links back to him, but it's almost like misconduct or something wasn't done. I don't know if it's a day text or something like that, but it just feels as though it's like something's going through the system. Which I understand, he's not the person that would have like stressed about that. He feels quite relaxed by it all, almost like I'll just let it go, like it's done. But he understands why it's important, but it's like he would have just been like, oh, do you know what? Can't change it now. That is the feeling. It's like he wants you to talk. Again, it's coming back to that. That's the message. It's you need to talk to each other or to someone. Yeah. You need to talk to someone. Don't even know if it's like you need to get stuff off your... It's just have a chat and have a smile and have a laugh again and enjoy the conversation. Good. Why is he showing me Tarzan being significant as well? He just brought Tarzan through. It's I mean, I know maybe it is, but it's almost like he's then taken me to Cinderella, and it's a pumpkin. So yeah, that's jumped through. Would you understand though why pumpkins is significant in Cinderella? I was going to say because I want to take you forward to that, and it's like you prefer a pumpkin than you did the beautiful kind of carriage. And as I say that, it's almost like don't wish your life away. It's almost like you're looking forward to that period, but it's like actually really be in the now and enjoy what you've got, the weather and etc. And just take kind of comfort in having 10 minutes just to sit and enjoy and be still, if that makes sense, rather than rushing ahead. That might be significant. You've got a very strong unity. So he's not worried, if that makes sense, is what he's saying. He's like, you've got each other, utilise each other and you'll be fine. And again, definitely it's like, have fun, get out and start exploring things. Almost like make adventures. Wants you to go on adventures, make memories. Yeah, it's almost like he's saying he wants to bring you peace. I don't know if that makes any sense, but he's bringing you peace or giving you peace. I'm going to leave him with you if that's okay. Thank you. We're done. Oh, wow. Fab. Thank you.
Would you be alright to close for
I can do. Yes. I will close before I collapse. If you can please join me as I close in prayer. Dear Spirit, thank you for working with me this evening. Thank you for bringing through those messages that evidence. I'm hoping everyone, even if they didn't get a message, picked up on the love and the vibration that come through. I ask that you stay with us this evening and into the weekend, into next week, making sure that everyone gets home safely and just continue sending out that healing to everyone in the room out to our loved ones and then out to the universe as well. Amen.